Volatility is back, with central banks holding steady, geopolitical flashpoints flaring, and supply chains under stress. Global markets are threading a needle. From Washington to Beijing to Tehran, the decisions made this week could reset risk appetites for months. My name is Eniola Lunge, and here's today's Zoom Out for September 24, where I help you see the bigger picture. Markets cooled today as investors parsed remarks from Fed Chair Jerome Powell, who declined to commit to near-term rate cuts. The dollar rallied, gold weakened, and global equities broadly declined according to reporting from Reuters. The tug-of-war between inflation risks and growth concerns is creating whiplash across asset classes. Investors are now more sensitive to every macro data point, making volatility the default. So what's your Zoom Out takeaway? Central banking is increasingly a balancing act. Too hawkish and growth stalls, too dovish and inflation rises. The true winners will be those with structural tailwinds immune to shifting sentiment. Following Trump's support for Ukraine reclaiming occupied territory, European defense stocks rallied. The momentum lifted the aerospace and defense index even as broader markets drifted lower, according to reporting from Reuters. The defense sector is becoming a safe harbor in a volatile world. Rising geopolitical risk means defense firms could see sustained investor interest, not just in Europe, but globally. So what's your Zoom Out takeaway? Conflict is now a lever in investment portfolios. In an era of fragile alliances and unpredictable diplomacy, defense equities may no longer be niche plays, they could be core hedges. G7 and EU officials are exploring measures like price floors and new export taxes to weaken China's grip on critical minerals used in technology and defense, according to reporting from Reuters. If implemented, these policies could drive up costs for producers and buyers alike, reshuffling competitive dynamics in semiconductors, EVs, and defense supply chains. So what's your Zoom Out takeaway? Resource control is power in the tech age. As nations rethink dependencies, access, not just innovation, will define tomorrow's winners. At the UN, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian affirmed Iran has no ambitions to build a nuclear weapon, while US envoy said they're open to dialogue. Still, gaps remain before sanctions could be eased, according to reporting from Reuters. A renewed diplomatic channel could ease risk premiums in energy markets and Middle East equities. But the path back to stability is uncertain. So what's your Zoom Out takeaway? Diplomacy has not died, it's evolving. In a fractured world, signaling matters. Whether talks lead to real progress or tactical pauses remains the question. The Trump administration plans to reallocate $1.8 billion in foreign aid towards strategic goals like critical minerals, infrastructure, and countering foreign influence, a significant shift from traditional development aid models, according to reports from Reuters. This move could reshape the geopolitics of aid, pushing developing countries toward new partners. It signals a more transactional U.S. foreign policy, which could unsettle global alliances. So what's your Zoom Out takeaway? Foreign policy is repackaging itself as investment policy. When aid is tethered to strategic agendas, developing nations have to reevaluate their alliances and funding sources. So the bottom line is this: from Fed ambiguity shaking markets to defense stocks rising on war talk, G7 plans to challenge China's grip on rare earths, and even Iran signaling diplomacy. Today's stories share one theme: power is being renegotiated. Whether it's monetary, military, or mineral, the balance of power is shifting and markets are reacting in real time. What story stood out to you today? Drop a comment, share your thoughts, and subscribe for more context with me. When the world zooms in on the noise, I zoom out so you can see the bigger picture.